And talk of Parliament, we're crossing over live to Parliament now to get the latest feed coming in from there. We understand the MPs are also deliberating on this latest development.
There are about 73 people have lost their life. Within 2 hours, you are getting all manner of numbers that is going to 96, is going to 100. Just before we walked in, someone showed me a text that someone said the bodies that have been counted into Kia trucks so far is about 150 dead bodies. The Speaker, one such picture that was shown to me was very, 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 very shocking and really, really very sad to see a mother with a nursing baby. The mother is dead and the nursing baby is lying on her equally dead. So Speaker, I believe that this is really one of the saddest days for our country. We have seen deaths of large numbers of people. We've seen it at the stadium disaster, but I'm tempted to believe that if these numbers that are being thrown into the public is anything to go by and they are really confirmed, I'm tempted to believe that it will be the biggest disaster this country has seen in recent times. And I want to add that as a house and as the representative of the people, we do whatever we can to first depoliticize this issue. Let's try as much as possible in this moment of pain and grief to our citizens, we try to depoliticize it. Very, very important. If we are able to do this, I believe we need to be asking ourselves questions. What went wrong? How can every single one of us contribute to reduce this kind of impact the next time around? Mr. Speaker, it is sad to see drains, we throw garbage into drains. When people are asked to construct drains, whether the sizes are the right sizes, we need to look at it. When we are supposed not to give permits, building permits on some lands, are we really doing the right thing? When landowners issue or give land to people, are they really following the right procedure? Let us all, with humility, trace back what can we do as individuals and collectively to be able to correct the wrongs. Because it's been happening. Sometimes it does happen, you hear, oh, 2 lives have been lost, oh, 3 lives have been lost, 5 lives have been lost. And I believe that maybe God is waking us up with these huge numbers to let us know, and all of us to declare, to say, enough is enough. Can we all, from now to go, stick to getting the right things done? All of us, parliamentarians, we have to do oversight, ministers will have to do oversight, technocrats have to issue permits, contractors have to construct, some technical guys have to supervise. People who are building on waterways, let's not be seen intervening, because sometimes you'll be there, someone will call you, oh, can you chip in a word for me? If all of us are able to wake up to see what individually and collectively we can do to make sure that this thing, even when they do happen, the impact is not this great, we should try and do it. One of the biggest challenges that we have as a country is health and safety. So, Speaker, we had the privilege of traveling to Trinidad and Tobago as a committee. Every single place that you go, before they even introduce themselves, they say that, wait, we need to show you the safety measures here. If we are here and this happens, this is what you do. If this thing happens, this is what you do. If you see there's fire, this is where you have to park. I realized that initially we thought that it was only institutions. When we went to the office of the Speaker, even in the office of the Speaker, before he started even introducing us, he had to give us the safety measures within that building. I realized that these are people over a period of time have built the sense of safety into their citizens and they themselves. So everything that they do, they are mindful and conscious of safety. The filling station, we are hearing all manner of reasons why it caught fire and what have you. I believe that, like I said earlier, if we will ponder over what is happening, I believe we are capable as people, to be able to find solutions to this unfortunate incident. So, Mr. Speaker, with humility, with a lot of pain and sorrow, I wish to extend our condolences to the families who have lost their loved ones, those that have lost properties, those that are struggling to find a place to at least move themselves into safety. We wish our country well. We hope that we'll together find solutions to make sure that this never happen in the history of our country again. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity.
And then it becomes a problem of NADMO. This is not one of the issues that NADMO can take care of. This is an issue that calls for an emergency solution. I was very happy when I heard this morning that His Excellency the President has asked the Minister of Finance to release some money for this purpose. But it's not enough. We need to set up a committee in this House as the representatives of the people to have this issue solved once and for all. Even if we have to take a loan, these are the legitimate issues and times when we believe that as a country we need to do something. Mr. Speaker, our sympathies again to the families. May God bless our country. Thank you.
Honourable members, I know your concern. I know a number of you want to make statements. Everybody has an experience as to what happened yesterday. I have my own experience. Well, after 10 p.m., I was at the fire service headquarters yesterday because I received a distress call from some family members at Abilingpe. And we were trying to get them. They were trapped. The water has virtually reached their neck. And they were struggling to come out. So we have had some discussion with the leaders this morning. Let's take the leaders, and then after that, I was going to announce it after the statement. After that, we want to go to the major scene of the event, which was the Kwame Nkrumah circle. We want to go there. And then, because we represent the people, and we cannot be here when our people are perishing.
The road in front of the offices of the Ghana Football Association, I saw some flatness. And I thought because I was a bit late, I'll be able to accelerate. So I wanted to stretch out a bit my leg on the accelerator pedal. Unknown to me, it was a pool of water that was in front of me, and I ran into it. That almost stopped my vehicle, right in the middle of that flat. And immediately, I could sniff something ominous, for which reason I called out to my wife to see where she was with the kids. Mr. Speaker, that was a necessary port of call. And I told her that if this is happening on this stretch of the road, I cannot imagine what will be happening at that time at Circle. Little did I know that tragedy was going to unfold. Mr. Speaker, the non-flow of runoff water is something that cannot be described as a force majeure. The downpour, heavy as it was, could be so described, but not the non-flow of the runoff. That is self-inflicted. And we have often bemoaned this. The honorable member who just spoke before me related to events in 1975. I would send him further back to 1971 when we had serious flooding, perhaps unprecedented in this country, continuously for a period of about 2 weeks. That was when the cry to rechannel runoff water, and in particular the Odo, arose. Mr. Speaker, thereafter we've seen events, similar events in 1988. Now I do recollect 2000 and was it 2003? Mr. Speaker, it appears those of us in Ghana, government and the government are behaving like vultures. We bemoan our circumstances when disaster strikes, and then we go to sleep when the effect peters out. We need to sit up. This cannot continue indefinitely. And somebody must be responsible. Some people must be responsible. Mr. Speaker, I take a cue from what my colleague has said, that we should not engage in blame game. I appreciate the point. But for how long should we as a nation be worried of the Ides of June? Every June, as a country, as a city, as a metropolis, we are going through such tragedy. For how long should we allow ourselves to be so afflicted and inflicted? I cannot understand this. Mr. Speaker, just last year, and if you remember, last year's event happened on the 7th of June. The 7th of June. And the president, when he visited, strongly suggested that we need to treat this as a national emergency and called on the Minister of Finance to release monies immediately for the desilting of the Odo and also for the construction of storm drains. We wait 1 year on. 1 year on. And the same fate afflicts us. Somebody must be responsible. Somebody must be responsible. And we are not talking about blaming, engaging in blame game. But somebody, some authority must be responsible for this. This could be averted. We don't have to travel on this path every year. We don't.